け翼。
Hello and welcome to part 2 of the World Football Legends. I'm Weiss and here comes the rest of the legends, Javier Saviola, Ludovic Giuly and Giuly de Boer. Ike! Starting with Javier Saviola, super speed finisher, an interesting skill tap support striker whose role is to get behind enemy lines and either strike or make a play for your main striker. Now for his skill set, he has a Team Solidarity South American green, and it has to be noted that Saviola is the 4th player that comes with the Super Solidarity type South American team skill. He has a 10% pedal to the metal as a passive, and Saviola is a must for those who play South American Rainbow or Skill Solidarity team, a key player since the South American team lacks versatility in players. His offensive stats are high, namely in dribble and shot, over 8k inclusive of 10% passive. His dribble hits 12k and his shot touches 13k, which is quite impressive. Saviola as a forward seems lackluster. Despite his outstanding shooting stats and low ball bonus, his S natural sense for scoring is only capped at 475, and his S Argentinian double volley can only be utilized if you play with Diaz. For his skill build, we recommend an S Beautiful Passing Football and S Argentinian Double Volley can be transferred from the Chess Saviola clutch command given out on the first day of this banner. You can also add an A High Speed Tackle is found from the limit SSR Rate for Saviola, the Force of Agility, and the S Argentinian Double Volley replacing a High Speed Tackle if you're playing Diaz in your team and only if you're going to be playing him as a main player in your team. Now for his limit break, we have 2 builds for you guys. The first build is the usual run and gun build, the 25 shot, dribble, speed and power. For the second one, putting some points into the pass and technique gives you more confidence to use his skill pass and 1-2. His chance to perform a successful pass or 1-2 are not high, so this helps in that perspective, especially because he is a supportive striker. So you only put him on the side as the forward and not in the middle. Now we recommend a 25 shot power, 22 pass, 3 technique and 25 speed. Final thoughts. Saviola, supported by prominent dribble and shooting stats, is tailor-made to run and gun. However, his shot only has a total force of 62k with passive active. Is not that fantastic for those or for the current meta. Therefore, Saviola is more suited for a supportive role, breaking through the opponent's defensive line with his incredible dribbling ability and creating chances for other players to score, especially your main striker. Next comes in Ludovic Giuly, superior line breaker, is an agility scorer who can play both forward and attacking midfielder. His ability to make low ball goals is incredible with his extremely high low ball shot momentum combined with his passive. For his skill set, Giuly is the 6th character that is given the European club and club players team skill. Giuly also have a passive skill which is 12% versus defenders and goalkeepers, which makes him an effective forward more than an attacking midfielder, because the forwards always have the more chances to match up against defenders. Unfortunately, both default S shots and dribble can both be weaker on his side when it matches the most. As you can see, his high speed feint shot is 465 momentum and his high speed dribble is only 415 momentum. Now for his stats, Giuly is an extremely fast player with 8.3k speed and he's ranked the 2nd in the highest speed in the current game state. Easily gets him into the penalty area with little efforts. He is good with high ball and low ball, which grants him that sweet 12.5% extra power with these shots. His shots can get up to 14.4k with his passive activated. Now for his skill build, we can give him an S beautiful passing football and an A swift interception. These are all can be obtained from the chest Giuly that's given you on the first day of this banner. Now an A perfect pass is a replacement for A swift intercept if you need a supportive forward. It can be obtained from the limited SSR Rate Giuly fleet-footed game maker. The S twin overhead kick replacing a swift interception is worthwhile if you only play Pierre as a main player in your team. Now for his limit break, we have two limit breaks for you guys. The first one is maximizing his mobility. That means he can quickly get into position and get inside the penalty area and get that low and high ball setup. Also, he can match up with defenders much quickly with this run and gun limit break, which is 25 dribble shot, speed and power. As for his second limit break, you can give him a 25 shot, power, 22 dribble, pass, and 3 speed and 3 technique. This build puts him into a more supportive role, creating chances for the players and yet maintaining the ability to score. So it's best you put him on the side if you're going to play 3 forwards. Final thoughts. Giuly is a magnificent forward with a lot of effort offensively. He's a trickster who can swiftly move into the penalty area to receive that high ball or low ball to get that sweet 20.5% shoot bonus and occasionally creating chances for other players. Defensively though, Giuly can apply some pressure on defenders. However, with no access to any skilled tackle, he is not as effective against other players. Lastly, Frank de Boer, assassin from the defense line, a skill type defender who can be versatile in his defense, changing from a blocker to a tackler to an interceptor. For his skill set, Frank de Boer is the 4th player that comes in with the Super Solidarity skill type European team skill, perfect for those who are not able to get the limited Robson to complete the Super Solidarity team skill. His passive is a staggering 15% against forward and attacking midfielders, which is very desirable because it is almost always active as a defender. Because defenders always either match up against forwards or attacking midfielders. His S precision long pass is the 4th and highest momentum no distance decay currently available in the game. Frank de Boer's stat spread suggests that he is skilled in passing, tackling, and blocking. His intercept is surprisingly good as well when his passive is activated, surpassing the 10k mark. With passive activated, his remarkable passing parameter hits 11.5k, paired with his S precision long pass results in a total force of 52.6k, which makes him an exceptional long passer. For his skill build, we recommend giving him a magnificent interception and a skill dribble A. A magnificent interception is found from the limited SSR Rate of Frank de Boer, depth low long pass, and the A skill dribble can be acquired from the chest Frank de Boer, amazingly skilled free kicker that is given out on the first day of this banner. For his limit break, the first one we suggest is a 25 tackle, block, speed, and power. This is to improve his mobility and maximize his ability to block and tackle as center or as side back. This second limit break, which is 25 tackle, speed, 17 pass, 17 intercept, and 16 technique. This build is intentional to play him as a wing back where his blocking is not as significantly important, fully making use of his long passing ability to create chances without compromising the ability to tackle and intercept. Final thoughts. Frank de Boer is rather ordinary when it comes to defending despite the impressive passive and stats. His total force for blocking sits at 47k and tackling is a bit shy of 55k, which is considered average for the current meta. However, with this ability to send long passes to other players, it opens Frank de Boer's role in your team, making him versatile. Although Frank de Boer might be desirable for European-based teams, he will have a difficult time competing for a spot in the starting lineup against the defensive elites, especially in the skill-tap European team. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed these two-part videos as much as I did. Final thoughts about the release of these club players. These new players open a great deal of new teams to make, especially because these players can also be played in mono or regional teams. My current club team reached over 900k in power with a 10% physical for non-Japanese players. However, despite the high numbers these teams bring up, they still lack hidden abilities. They are still okay when trying to go versus the current meta, but it will be difficult for them to get an easy win. I'm looking forward for the addition of Japanese players in European clubs, and how will they fit within these teams? Will they have hidden abilities, team links? I'm excited to know. That's enough for my blabbering. See you guys in the next video of T.Ken Tsubasa! Bye bye.